Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I just want to do a really quick intro because I want to really get into this video. I am one of those people that don't have the money to buy a Huda Beauty palette because for those that don't know, Huda sells her palettes for 95 Australian dollars, which is something like 65 US. So yeah, I don't have the money to just throw around at palettes, especially not $100. Basically, Colourpop have this thing where you pick the colors and build your own palette. So they give you this C palette, and I just picked like a holographic, beautiful looking unicorn one. I tried to pick the 18 closest colors to the Huda Beauty New Nudes palette from the Colourpop website, but obviously with screen monitors and color display and things like that, the colors are not going to be precise, as well as the textures and the color payoff and things like that. And she's even got a concealer in her palette, which just wasn't possible in mine, but I tried to do my best. So with the 18 colors I picked, these are them. You've obviously got like a lot of neutrals, a lot of mattes, and then some shimmers and pressed pigments. I thought for this video I could follow an eye look that someone else has done on their YouTube, and I picked Casey Raytons. Casey is from Sydney and she is a beautiful beauty guru, influencer, YouTuber, blogger. These amazing Instagram videos, and I can't even fathom the time and the patience she has at editing all of those. So kudos to her. I tried to get them as close as I could to the colors in Huda's palette, but obviously she's got a concealer in her palette down here, and I just picked like an inner corner highlight. I just set my eyes with this color up here, and it is called Hear Me Out, I believe. Yep, just looks like this. And I just patted that over both of my eyes to set down that concealer. And then next I'm going in with this shade up here, which is Issues, and just washing that into my crease. Casey used this as a transition shade, so that's what I am gonna try and do also. Next, Casey took this bottom corner shade, which is Teddy for her in the Huda palette. The shade I picked by Colourpop is called Feathered. I'm just going to be working that a bit more directly into the crease. You see, also did wing out that shade a little bit as well, just using the leftover product on the brush. And to do that, you just focus on the outer corner a lot. I should also mention I got that Build Your Own palette on 50% off, so it worked out to be a lot cheaper than obviously if you get it at full price, and it also ended up being, I want to say, at least like half the price or close to half the price as the Huda Beauty one. Okay, so she just took that same shade on her bottom lash line. Okay, I think I am going to try and darken mine up a bit. So next, Casey went in with the shade here, and for me that is called Facet. It looks like this. And she just deepened her outer portion of the crease and the lid with that colour. Next, she just cut the crease. I am going to go and do that off camera and come back to you guys after. Now that I have cut the crease, I'm just going back in with this first shade and just setting where the concealer is. Next, I'm taking this colour up here, which is the shade Over It. So I'm going to use my finger to apply it just over the cut crease. I'm just using a small brush to get really close to where the edge of that cut crease is. So yeah, the next shade she used was the one in this position of her palette, but for the sake of the makeup, I just don't think that's gonna work. And to make it look as close to cases as possible, I am gonna go in with this color right here, which is Pinky Promise. And a lot came off on my finger just there when I hardly even touched it, so that's cool. I'm just gonna be taking that color and putting it just on the outer edge of the lid. Now going back to Feathered and Facet, I'm just combining the two together. Just go slightly over the outer portion of the eye again. I'm just adding a bit more of the cut crease gold to the lid. Now just for a highlight on my inner corner, I'm going to put this shade. That shade, oh my goodness, so nice. A bit of a brow bone. What? That shade that I just used, it's called Now and Zen. That is amazing as an inner corner highlight. I don't know if she had falsies or lash extensions, but I just have nothing right now, so I am gonna jump off camera and add false lashes. And these are the Izzy 3D lashes in the 716M style. I've just finished putting on my lashes and mascara, and just looking at the whole finish, I can definitely see a difference between mine and Casey's looks. However, I am still really happy with how mine turned out, regardless of it not looking anything like what I wanted it to. Hers was a lot more like fun and fresh and light, like lots of pinks, whereas mine is a bit more like sultry, night glam kind of thing. Like mine's just a lot darker. Mine's more like purpley brown, slight coral kind of orange on the lid. Even though they did turn out super different, I am still stoked with how mine finished, and I just absolutely love how these shades perform. Well, the ones I did try I loved. So I'm looking forward to creating more looks with the shades that I picked. Just going to wrap up the video here. Thank you so much for watching again. Feel free to come back and check in another time. I do really value comments and messages and feedback, criticism, anything like that. I welcome it all, except for hate. Please don't hate on me. I'll just take you over to the swatches now, and I will wrap it up here. So yeah, thank you for watching.